download actually.
But could you be specific? Your download?
All right, so you're going to enforce this rule that's going to make sure that no one can download any movies and any music anymore.
Well, no, we're absolutely not going to do that. We love you to download movies and music and all. We just like you to pay for that.
You like us to pay for that?
Yeah.
All right. So how do you think everyone's going to respond to this?
Well, obviously, people are going to be a bit cross at the start.
A bit cross, you think?
Yeah, might be.
Well, my wife was more than a bit cross this morning.
Well, it's funny, but if you are going to a movie theater, you're expecting to pay a ticket before you get to your seat, right?
Of course.
So why, if you download the same movie, you're suddenly expecting that it's all free?
Well, of course, there's a freedom of choice. I mean, we all pay for our internet contracts, and it's always been the same. And now, all of a sudden, for the entire Netherlands, you have to change this.
Well, it's a funny thing to say that it's always been the same. It's not been around that long. And we're, of course, the internet, I'm not with the people who are still calling it new media. I'm a bit younger than that. But for internet has been around now for about 3 decades. During the first 2 of those, it was absolutely impossible to download a movie. So since 10 years, you and I both got the opportunity to download huge files that would enable us to enjoy a movie. And that means that we're in the children's shoes of legislature on this topic. So we need you to we need to educate ourselves as people on how to deal with intellectual property on the internet.
All right. So how do you expect to deal with all the unhappy people as a result of this? I mean, there will be a lot of people complaining to this. There will be a lot of media attention, maybe even riots.
Yeah.
How do you expect
Can I make a comparison? Let me be correct on this. Yeah, before 1976, it was perfectly okay to drink and drive. No problem at all.
Oh, really?
Generally, people would acknowledge that after 2 liters of whiskey, you better not drive, but it was not illegal at all. Then in 1976, we started to enforce, but you can't drink and drive. So these first policemen, they were really hilarious. During a stop, you need to roll down your window, which was a movement by then. And then the agent would lean in. You've been drinking. Well, only 3 or 4 beers. What it meant was that for, I think, at the end of 1976 and the whole of 77, people were like furious. How come last year it was perfectly legal to drink and drive? Now I'm all being banned. It's the same thing like now.
I don't think this is...
You know, what was the difference between 1976 and 1977? 900 people died less in traffic in the Netherlands before.
But I don't get your point of dying people and internet downloading.
It's very simple. Well, let's both hope that. No, it makes perfect sense to limit free downloading of huge files, and people will accept a logical law after some moments of, I can't do that anymore.
If I see the amount of internet providers we have in the Netherlands, and they all have to be enforcing this ban on download or maybe a maximum restriction, I think it's going to have big effects not only on the consumers but also on the companies.
Oh, could well be.
But you're kind of acting like I don't care what the rest will think. We're going to enforce this. So so be it. Everyone will have to adapt to this.
Well, going back to the same comparison.
If you're checking your computer, will we find it illegally downloaded?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so now there will be a new album of, let's say, what music do you like?
No, the thing is that when it's not illegal, I can download, sure. And I'm not more holy than thou.
Alright.
But when it becomes illegal, I'll stop downloading. Yeah, sure.
And listen to the same music for the rest of your life.
No, I might have a better plan. I might buy a CD, or I would buy a download. That's a novice idea, right? It's so weird that we think, if you would ask musicians about internet downloading, what do you think they'll say?
I think they say they love it because everyone gets to know about their music.
I think very few artists love the downloading. What it means is that the CD industry is completely to ruins. If you want to earn money as a band, you better tour. It's only live performance. Why do you think that all these old rockers like Pink Floyd and the Stones and U2 and Bob Dylan for crying out loud, they're all touring? There's only one reason for that. They can't make any money otherwise. It's time that we leave the assumption that if we can steal it and get away with it, it's okay to steal. It's not.
Well, I'm just kind of wondering why this is becoming an option for you. Why there is no compromise in the middle, why you don't listen to general people that want to keep downloading. I mean, people have perfectly good reasons for this.
But what is the way in the middle? I don't see it. The way I see it is that either people are stealing or they're not.
So you're actually seeing this as stealing.
Downloading the newest blockbuster video is, in my view, just stealing. If you would ask Steven Spielberg whether you could download his latest movie, what would he say? I'm pretty sure he says, sorry, no, go to a movie theater, see it.
Alright, but you do understand that there is this entire new development of people having free indie projects, free movies,
Sure.
with YouTube
And go ahead.
and other platforms.
And go ahead.
I think that's the development of a new generation. Openness, transparency.
Fine, but I don't see a ban on downloading stuff from Creative Commons. I don't see a ban coming there. That's not what we're after. We're after people who are pirating the pirate base of these worlds. And those are the ones we want to limit.
Right.
There's no problem in people wanting to share even large video projects. That's fine.
What is your benefit in this? I mean, are you going to see a dime back of this money that's going to be extra generated because there's no more downloading? I just wonder, why does this benefit for you outweigh the benefit of or even the disadvantage that people get from not being able to download anymore?
There's no benefit in it for the state, and I'm representing the state here. There's no benefit. The only reason is that we have an obligation to our citizens to make sure that theft is illegal and theft is prosecuted.
All right. This is not written in the law.
Sorry?
This is not written in the law. It's written nowhere. It's just the rule you make.
No, I think we have the obligation to be a responsible state and look after our law-abiding citizens. And if we think, and like I said, I've got illegal downloads on my computer as well, because it's not illegal right now. The moment it becomes illegal, I'm going to quit that. And I think the large majority of Dutch people will follow me in this.
You have a good strategy to enforce this?
Well, the rest is techniques, as they say. So there will be a kind of arms race among hackers and creative downloaders.
I was just to say, I mean, your colleagues in the Department of Ministry enforced this thing of Langstudeerboete, which didn't quite work out. There was an idea that was enforced, and then they cancel it again after some time. I just wonder how
I
just wonder how this is going to influence your image as a government. I mean,
I think it's going to benefit our image as a government. I think that the comparison with Institute is not really valid, because that was a change of political opinion. What can you do about that?
It's also a change of political opinion. This is saying, well, we want to be good in the European Union. We want to show everyone that we have a ban on downloads.
No, this is not about the European Union. We want Europe to be in line with this. It would be kind of funny if Belgium had a whole different set of download laws than we did. But the thing is, when you're asking, is this going to work out? Sure, there will be a lot of people who will try to steal it anyway and get away with it. And there will be fake identities downloading and offering stuff. That's of minor importance. The large majority of people will follow the law. I'm sure Dutch are law-abiding citizens, and they will follow the law and stop illegal downloading. It's the same thing as my previous example of drunken driving.
Well, I think it's more the same thing as blocking Facebook in China. That's never going to hold stand.
Well, I'm okay if you want to go there, but it's a completely different topic. I think it's like drunk driving. There's still nobody who's going to restrict you when you want to drink and drive. But a large majority of people is now not drinking while they're driving. So, and that's going to be the major issue.
All right.
There will be always a few potholes of resistance in the digital world, and that's fine with me. I kind of like that as well. It's a kind of arms race. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.